Originally, I wanted to just make a video about this, and I still will make a video based off of this live stream, of course, but Gameinformer and Square Enix partnered up together and basically had a private meeting where they interviewed the devs. They got to see some brand new gameplay stuff, and they got to play the game themselves. And they detailed all of that in this latest Gameinformer article, which is issue 362. The amazing thing about this is an absolute free article. This specific one is free. Anybody can read it right now. I'll be linking it in the description, the comments, and also posting it in our live chat. If you do want to read this on your own, follow along, feel free to do so here at the link pinned right there and also linked in the chat. They also have some new screenshots and stuff too. And now I want to ask the chat, what should we read first? The screenshots, or do we go through the article together? Screenshots. Okay, there's only like 5 new screenshots, but we'll definitely go through that because the chat obviously is really into that. So here we go. So this we've already seen. A lot of this stuff is already things that we've seen, but this is a very nice one right here, chat. An area outside of Junon. See a lighthouse here, abandoned ships, boats. Stamp, as Baby Seal said himself, is looking a little rough. Cloud is chilling in the corner, but another very notable scene with this right here. Fort Condor, our very first look at Fort Condor, right there in the distance. We know it's now an island. Red gave us that context in the previous gameplay stuff that I was able to play. Inaccessible now, and we saw in the trailer recently that Phoenix is available. We can actually use Phoenix materia as a summon, so most definitely we'll be being able to go to Fort Condor, which is cool. And you can see the Condor like perched on top in the distance. I hope we can pet this dog. Yeah, the detail is nice. I love this so much. Lighthouse here does have a mention in the article specifically relating to a side quest thing, but we'll touch on that in a little bit. But looking around here in the details, this seems to be like the area close by to where like Junon is. The name or the screenshot of it does say lighthouse, somebody had mentioned, which is pretty cool, giving us a look at basically 2 notable things here. The lighthouse in itself, Cloud, dogs roaming around. Maybe there's another town that we're standing in front of right now that we can't see. Maybe these boats look accessible. We could probably walk on top of them and check them out. And of course, Fort Condor in the distance. The reason why I am blown away and excited about this is because Gameinformer, when I was covering Resident Evil 4 Remake, Gameinformer had so many things dropping for Resident Evil 4, and they're pretty much aiming to do the same exact thing with Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. If we go back to earlier this year, January 31st, they did a cover reveal for Resident Evil 4, and on that same day they also dropped like the digital issue is live, and then a few days after that they started to detail things and notes and exclusive interviews, exclusive features, talking with the devs, playing the game themselves, showcasing new footage and all that for Resident Evil 4 Remake. They're going to be doing the exact same thing with Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. The cover reveal was today at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and then they dropped their exclusive preview, which was at 2 p.m. a few hours after that. And if I refresh this, Rebirth, if I refresh this, nothing new has dropped yet. And I've also been checking out their page here just to see if they drop any videos, because I kid you not, guys, those articles, those videos that they did talking about Resident Evil 4 Remake had some of the most like amazing gameplay stuff in it that I loved consuming and making videos on. If I could scroll back here and show you guys, yeah, like look at this, man. Did the cover reveal stuff here that showed off the enemies exclusive interview, chapter 5 gameplay, did a rapid fire thing with the devs. I hope they do this for Rebirth. That'll be really fun to see the devs like talking about that stuff. And I think, yeah, they did more mechanics related things for Resident Evil 4, and they also did the same thing for Final Fantasy 16. They showcased a lot of new gameplay stuff, battles, and all the good details that we absolutely love. So this week, over the next few months, you can expect to see a lot more updates coming out for Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, as this literally has just started, and we can expect to consume and enjoy a whole lot of other articles and things that are becoming our way. And we got you guys all covered whenever they do drop those new videos and articles, so you don't want to be anywhere else. Hit that subscribe button and notification bell to stay in the loop, and also help rates at 38% unsubbed even higher. Now, with that being said, let's get back into the video. Shot of Kyrie here, who seems to be selling Moogle plushies with her hat on them. I don't know what other scams this girl is into now, but you know, or a mission of some sorts where she appears back in here and we will be coordinating and working with her on something. Flan enemies. These aren't enemies that are in FF7 OG, I don't think. Seems to be really taking on the design from the, I would say like Final Fantasy X, right? When I look at this, it makes me think of Final Fantasy X. What do you guys think? There's some balloons here in the distance. Hard to tell where exactly this is. See some Kate Sith and Aerith action, and Kate Sith is the one in control as highlighted here, and Kitty Wallop and attack is a surefire sign of that. These enemies have some great detail, and I had tweeted this one out a little earlier. Some of you guys might have seen my tweet about this one. Man, calm, bro, calm down. Look at this, boy. I want to eat some of John's pies. John Eric Bentley, if you're out there, bro, pretty sure you make the most bomb ass pies. I would love to have some. But look at Calm. This looks really cool. Just walking down this like item market alleyway with all kinds of different shops that I hope we can access and get things from. I mean, there's items are here, various things are in the distance, and to me, and I said this on Twitter, this just really, to me, this looks just like Alexandria in Final Fantasy 9. Just screams it to me. Just look at the detail, the way that it just, the vibes I'm getting from this. I really love this. This is like the middle town square. The Mako pump is right behind us. That's the inn. Trying to see if we can somehow see. There's another upper path there. I remember Calm has an upper city now in this and a lower part of the city. We're in the lower entrance part. Look at all this. There's a whole nother section back here. Right? There's a whole nother section that we could walk through and access there. A mini map, man. There's so much details there. Yeah, like that screenshot could very well be like in the upper part, maybe a whole different section of Calm, because in this like 1 minute little showcase of Calm, and then they leave right here. You don't see anything else here. Actually, they show the map here, so let's pause that real quick. I think the map shows up right when he selects the quest, and we'll pause it right there just so we can get a better look at it. Yeah, so I mean, this is the square right here. We're running by the water. I mean, it could be up here, like this whole side of Calm. It could be right over here. There's that where the items and that little like market section is. It's hard to tell where it could be because you can't really see much more of this. Like it ends right there. It looks very, very good. This is a whole different section of the city, and I can't wait to see just how much crazier things are gonna get, man. This game is it's so exciting. Cannot calm down looking at this footage. It is very impossible. And wild to see just how much more expanded this town is. Like, it was just, what, like maybe 5 screens in the OG? You have the main town square, and then you have like, I think 5 houses you can go into, a shop, and then that bottom section that takes you to a bar. Now we have a front look of Cloud in his drip, his Casa de Sol drip. It looks really nice. Distance traveled is at almost at 1 kilometer right now. You can reverse, accelerate, dismount, of course. And it just looks really cool. Like it's got the beach town vibes. She's rocking a little sundress over here. This guy's selling all kinds of boogie boards, and 2 women right here holding hands. That's cool. This is like, have you ever been to like any type of resort like the Gaylord Palms in Orlando? I don't think this is the Corel Mountain in the distance. This is probably like where we start. Like if we leave the town, we could walk up to it, cross that bridge to go into like the railroad area in Corel. Like, what is the villa gonna look like? Yeah, this is Casa de Sol. Would we buy the villa? I'm buying it ASAP. If we go there and it says, oh yeah, you could buy the villa, it's like 3 million gil, bro, I am farming. This is Casa de Sol. Yeah, presumably gonna be massive because they're giving us means of transportation in Casa de Sol. We're gonna be able to ride around on a Segway, and so far they've traveled almost 1 kilometer. Casa de Sol is gonna be huge. If we thought like Calm was amazing, Casa de Sol is arguably smaller than Calm in the OG game. Now look at it, full on resort. Can we go inside of here and access all these different floors like that? Don't blow my mind right now. Do not blow my mind right now. Can we run over Hojo on the Segway? I know they're holding out. They're holding out on showing us Barrett in his sailor suit for now, which is a smart choice on their part. Eagerly looking at all the screenshots in the distance to see if we can spot Barrett somehow, some way, but They're doing it on purpose. We're not seeing it, but it's really cool to see a front shot of Cloud's outfit here. And this is a different color segue than the gameplay trailer. The gameplay trailer, I think, was a blue segue. This is a red segue with some flowers on the front. Here's the boat. It says Shinra right here. So this is the boat that we will be taking from Junon to Costa del Sol. Holy shit, this is a party boat, bro. This looks awesome. This looks really good. Wait a second. Can I pull up that trailer real quick for the chat? Just so we can see what the inside of the boat looks like, because there is an inside of the boat. This is the boat right here. This is the first shot of us walking around the boat right here. And that's what it looks like. This is Gold Saucer. I saw Madam M in the distance over there. Gold Saucer again. We'll leave this open. But this is what the boat essentially looks like. A little dolphin on the front right here. They have a mermaid design on the front right there. Even got like emergency evacuation, like tiny boats to get away. And look how far away in the distance. Like we see no land in the distance. So there's quite some distance between this from Junon to Costa del Sol. I can't wait to see how wild it gets inside. How many different floors there are? There's going to be like, you know, the base floor. Let's assume this is first, second, third, fourth, and then top deck. This is actually the final new screenshot. Everything else is stuff that we've already seen. Unfortunately, I was hoping that they would have more, but I mean, this is still good. This is what the thumbnail is of this stream. This is inside the boat. It would seem like I could tell based off of the nautical designs inside. Like you've got some beach posters right here. The steering wheel for a ship. These are curtains possibly hanging out right over there. This is probably like a side quest related thing. See a sailor suit over here, but no Barrett. No Barrett in the sailor suit just yet. No, this is definitely not Barrett. This dude is way too skinny. Barrett's, but notice how they change back into their normal outfits. Like they sneak onto the boat wearing the Shinra uniforms, and obviously we saw in the trailer, right? Cloud is walking around the boat, not in the outfit right here. See, look, this is, I'll show you real quick. Outfit right here, he's walking through Junon still. This is like the bottom floor of like where the cannon is. So he's walking here, and then he's on the boat now walking around, not in the Shinra uniform. So the party changes into their normal gear and are free to roam around it, which is pretty cool. Yeah, it's a cruise ship now instead of a military ship. I think that's more fun. That's a good change. I don't mind it. Oh man, chat, what do you guys think about these screenshots here? We'll be able to use the boat to go back and forth between the continents. I mean, fast travel is a thing. Can we fast travel from continent to continent? I feel like in modern day gaming, that will be possible, especially with the power of the PlayStation 5, as they will probably say. But you can also use the boat if you want to manually go from one side to the other. We still have yet to see a lot of the free roaming on the other continent, and then also the third and final one. But that's obviously being left for us to wait to satiate our appetites on. Poor Condor in the distance. That's looking way too good.